Hi, this is Brian Huff at Brian Huff Outdoors. I've had several people ask me now about the soft plastic rigs that I use here in the Tuscarawas River for smallmouth bass. They would work anywhere, but you know, the rigs that I use. And I told some people I put together a short video, give you an idea what I use, how I rig it. I do a lot of Texas rigging. A lot of people weren't familiar with the way to Texas rig the tubes. I'm just going to go through that real quick for you. Hopefully it'll help you catch a few fish. Also want to mention that I'm rocking the National Guard fishing hat today. They have sponsored me. And I'm also wearing this hat in honoring my son, Josh, who left for basic training in the Army National Guard about 4 days ago. And I'm very proud of him. Okay, let's get on with it. As far as colors, you know, I use a lot of tubes in the natural colors, like this color here. This tannish brown with the blue fleck. I use a lot of grays and blacks under different water and weather conditions. Okay, let's get on with rigging one. I'm just going to use this oddball color today to show you how I rig them. First thing you want to do is you want to find an extra wide gap worm hook that when you place the worm hook up against the tube, it's not going to be too long and stick out past here where it won't get a good bite into the body. You also want to have enough gap in the hook where the plastic's not going to ball up in there and cause you to lose a lot of fish. This hook here would be a little too small for this tube, which I did on purpose. Got some larger hooks here. They're just a black, a little larger gap in them. And I'm going to try to use one of those to show you what exactly I do. This is a heavier hook too. I don't usually use this real heavy hook with the tube, but it's to show you how I rig them. You take the hook in, the tip of the tube, about a 1/2 inch, turn it out the side. Hopefully you can see this. I'm not sure how clear it'll be online. Slide the hook down till the tube comes up over the shank of the hook with just the eye extending above the head, like that. Hopefully you can see that. Now what I do is I take the tube itself, I look about where the hook is going to bite the tube at the back end here. I'll take the tube, pull it down, place the point of the hook in about that spot on the tube where it looked like it was going to be at the back of the curve, shove it through both sides of the plastic. Okay? It'll come out looking like this. Some people will Texpose the hook and leave this point exposed. Too many hang-ups for me. So what I do is I'll take the point of the hook here and just pull up on the tube a little and skin hook that point in just a tiny bit, like that. And that covers that point of that hook up so it doesn't hang as easily on rocks and brush. And it'll also, if a fish bites, pop right out, and then you got a good open gap for the hook to bury into the fish's mouth. Okay? That's pretty much how I rig any plastic that I Texas rig for the river, the lake, anything. A couple of the other plastics I like to use in the river are the Berkeley sandworms. They're an ugly looking bait, but for some reason the smallmouth bass have really hit these for me in the river. I'll also Texas rig a small Senko, which is just a small cigar shaped bait. And here lately this bait has been phenomenal on the river. Also we'll use the Yum crawdads. They're about as natural crawdad as you can get. I rig them the same way on the same style hook. Some people got confused with how to rig those. I'm going to rig one up fast for you here. With these, I take the hook in right here at the tail, because the crawdad swims backwards. It gives it a natural look. About a 1/2 inch again, bring it out the bottom of the craw. Slide the hook up to where the eye is the only part exposed at the tail of the crawdad, just like with the tube jig. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. And then all I do is the same thing as before. I take the hook, I look on the craw about where the back curve's going to be. I bring it up through, which would be the nose of the crawdad on the bait itself. Rotate it through. Like I said, you can leave it exposed with the point exposed, or you can bury it into the skin like I showed you with the tube jig, and that'll be totally weedless. Going to hang up once in a while because your sinker is going to get behind a rock. You're going to lose a few baits when you're fishing rivers because they're really hangy, most of them. But now I'm going to show you real quick how I rig it up on the line, so you get an idea what I'm talking about with this Texas rig. I know there's a lot of fishermen that probably already know. You take your end of your line in your hand, slide on a bullet weight. I like an 1/8 ounce, sometimes a 1/16 ounce. I've went as heavy as a 1/4 ounce weight when the water is really swift and high and muddy. You take that through, and of course you tie your knot, whichever fisherman's knot you prefer, at the bottom of the line. I'll do that real quick and I'll show you what I end up with. I just tie a standard fisherman's knot. It's nothing fancy. I'd say 75% of the people I know tie this knot. I'm not real good at showing somebody how to tie a knot. If you want to look for knots, there's a lot of really great websites online that show you step by step how to tie a variety of different knots. Always carry some nail clippers around to cut off that extra tag end of the line. You would not believe how many people I see leaving that tag end hanging like that on a lure. Now, if I bit down on that and I was a fish, I'd let go of it. Always use nail clippers. I'm a kind of an old school guy. I bite them. Not good for your teeth. I hope my dentist don't see this video. But anyways, once you get your rig finally rigged up, this is what you have at the bottom. You've got your bullet weight, which will slide free up and down the line. Don't peg it. I don't like to peg the weight, because this bullet weight sliding on the line as it falls will give this tube a very, very erratic action. Not the same old straight fall every time. And I like that. Well, that's about it with the soft plastics and how to rig them. Hope this video helped you out a little bit. If you get any nice smallmouth bass, largemouth bass on these rigs, out you try them. Be sure to post them online on Brian Huff Outdoors Facebook page. Also, leave comments under the video. Let me know that you did good on it. I'm hoping this helped you out. Thank you again for watching Brian Huff Outdoors. Like I said, I want to thank my sponsor, Shady Creek Outdoors, for sponsoring me, Ohio National Guard. And I want to thank my wife, Renee, for being supportive and encouraging me to keep doing these videos and chasing a dream. I'll see you next time. More videos to come. Bye-bye.